Okay, I think we're good to go now. I've been talking and talking and talking, and nobody was hearing me because the microphone was not plugged in. Brilliant. Thank you for that information, Percy Hepworth. Earl Dixon, what's up? He takes the leaderboard this week with 100 donation. So it looks like our stream is actually working now. Welcome everybody to my stream. We're gonna take a look at some World Championship coverage here in between blitz and rapid chess. I don't think we should ignore it since it's going on as we speak. I am taking challenges 5+3 through 7+3, playing casual blitz or rapid, again between 5+3 and 7+3. You can also challenge me to 5+5, but the pandas are here. No, everybody loves the pandas. So I've got challenges from the subscribers who we will take first. Blue-Eyed Albino, Morwa. I was just saying that I was surprised to see Caruana's time down to 30 minutes. Carlsen maybe really finally getting pumped up. With the match on the line, we'll see the best from Carlsen. He's playing uncompromisingly here with h5 and f5, not letting Caruana have any space over there on the king side. I think the white king is a little closer to the action, which could be making him a little more vulnerable here too. Merle Dixon, thank you for donating 100 bits to the stream. I am going to get underway, and I'm going to take some challenges here. Let's start with Blue-Eyed Albino. He's up to 2360. Wow. Okay, 2360 in blitz. He insta moves. Maybe can you pre-move before the game starts? Let's pre-move before the game starts. It's like correspondence. We'll try our approach that we used against Nefedov. I had a good game in the Sicilian yesterday in the simul against Blade Albino, but I blew it. I was at least equal. Kind of classic exchange sacrifice. But he played very well to outplay me in the endgame. We're just recovering from our simul last night. So right now the World Championship, one of the sharper positions we've seen. Actually, I don't want to miss the whole game. So we'll go back there occasionally to take a look and see what's going on in the match. Game 12. Merle Dixon, welcome. Asterbait, Percy Hepworth, thanks for letting me know the sound was turned down. I unplugged the microphone to try to hook up a printer to my computer earlier. I've had trouble with my printer, and usually I use the printer with a different machine, but I'm getting desperate with it. It hasn't been printing out stuff, and I was like, okay, we'll try it with this one. And then I forgot to plug the microphone back in, which is brilliant. So F3 here, interesting. Welcome, Dim. Asterbait donated 2. He's now in second place for bits donations for the week. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. We have a new week in place. So Merle Dixon is the new leader, zombie leader for the week. I'm playing a form of the rat. I guess they call this the rat. Basically, when you play knight h6, knight f7 in the modern defense. We hope that Blue-Eyed Albino doesn't know too much theoretically here. Dim replaces Merle Dixon as the bit leader for the week. A little mini bit war to start things off. 200 to 100. Azerbait just kind of feeling things out with a 2. He's been doing commercials. Azerbait's been watching commercials for his bits. So I know that I'm competing with the World Championship with the stream. I'm going to touch back with the World Championship game between games, maybe between every game. We'll take a little look and then go back and play a game. Kind of mix it up. So, man, I don't know. I'm really sleepy today for some reason. Looks like very fundamental play here by White. Reminds me of Reminds me a little bit of how the people play the London system with knight c3. Play with your intuition. We got the bit leaders, Dimmerl and Acerbate. Pawn are in the house. World Championship on tap now. Knight on g to e2. Just a developing move. Where is he going? What if I were to play like bishop e6? Then he hits me with knight f4. So that answers that question. I don't want to cut off my own king. Queen, I mean. So I was looking at knight d7, but I don't necessarily want to go here. But I'm setting him up for that now. Knight f4. Huppa. We say huppa. Originally, I don't know where that comes from, but they use it a lot in Hungarian. It's like, oops. We don't have that in English. This knight f4. I'm really scared of knight f4. But I have knight b6. Then if he plays pawn takes pawn, we could have problems. So let's say knight f4, knight b6, pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn, knight... I'm just losing a pawn there. No, I'm not. He played pawn takes pawn first. I guess I had the in-between move knight b6 here, but it wouldn't really change anything. I fear nothing. But probably that's a bad idea, fearing nothing. So on bishop check I have bishop d7 or king d8 possibly. Depends on how creative you want to be. You say it in Greek too. Yeah, I guess it's difficult to say where it came from. Where it originates. The hopa or opa. It's just a different form of oops. We'll do a linguistic investigation later. Here we're going to focus on chess. Right, so knight takes d5 doesn't work. He can do check, and then I have to decide. I said knight d5 didn't work. You didn't hear me. Having strange hallucinations. Okay. I did say this move didn't work, right? Pre-moved again. He's like pre-moving these moves? What? How's he coming up with these pre-moves? Queen c3. Bishop h6, anybody? Probably not safe. So what's his point? Knight a4, knight e6 check? How does that work? I'm trying not to look at the chat because people are probably going nuts. Don't look at the chat. Never look at the chat. Never get out of the boat. I'm going on an adventure from which there is no return. Oh no. Don't I have b6? Crazy. I just want to get my piece back. I'm still down a pawn, though. Pretty amazing stuff. It's hard to trick this guy. Sees everything. His rating's been going up. He's up to 2360 now. Yeah, saw that too. No, I guess I'm just lost in the technical ending. Just no tricking him. Man, he finds these good moves so quickly. It's unbelievable. He's got an answer for everything, basically. Look at that, instantly. Just happened to have that. How convenient. Alright. Just keeps finding constructive move. Constructive move after constructive move. Even this is like he instantly knows that's defended. It's amazing. I'm just going to resign here. I mean, this is an amazing game by White, but his speed of play, excellent. Well beyond master strength. This is like brutal brutal play by white. I don't know if I was ever okay. I would say like perfect. Winning a pawn here. Like check this position out. This is fascinating. So plus 2.4 for white. But he has to know about queen c3 in advance when he did this. I mean, this is a pretty amazing game. The center pawn is dropping down to like 25 below 23 center pawn loss. I mean, I never would have found queen c3 unless I had like a minute to think about it. The only move. Now he has to find only move queen a5. He played this very quickly. And then he thought a long time on queen d5, but I don't think there's any other move. Basically, the whole position is just winning for white. Here, I didn't consider knight c3. I'm just down a pawn. So we try to be creative, but we're just crushed. 23 center pawn loss. I'm surprised he had 3 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes. It got a little bit messy toward the end, maybe. But that is an amazing game by white. He's not got too many games. We don't know too much about him, but he's got 2360 and going up. Notice the trend. Just going up. I expect him to be 2500 soon. Okay, Morwa. Let's see. So we played a lot of games. We know a lot more about Morwa. Let's give him a try. I'm going to go back to the World Championship. We'll go back after this game, unless Morwa's not here, and then we can take a break. Go back to the World Championship game after getting my butt kicked there, but I'm not pretending to be an expert on that opening. Pretty experimental opening to play. All right, but I would think our last opponent should be about 2500, judging by that performance. I mean, in blitz, 2360 is not enough. That performance was more like 25 plus. Blitz, queen c3, queen a5, queen d5, just brutal moves. Don't have enough wash. Bishop b4. 15 viewers. We're a little bit short of viewers here due to World Championship, but we are going to take a look at the World Championship game. Yeah, well, the Gurgenidze to Caro-Kann is a very standard opening, actually. Blue-eyed albino. Very popular amongst some players. I'm not one of them, but it's something that's considered to be a serious opening. But I didn't really know what I was supposed to do. Maybe my knight h6 is a little bit too much. But I wasn't expecting that kind of brutal play by white with that time control. Queen a5, queen c3, queen d5. These moves are great, insane moves to find. Okay, queen c2. We've got a standardish position here. He's not supposed to exchange here unprovoked, I think, on c3. But it's solid. It's more or less like a Bogo Indian. Percy Hepworth, what is that? Never heard of that. Is that an English thing? Alright. What if I were to take and play queen b3, try to win a pawn here? Doesn't seem right. We've got 17 viewers and gaining. My goal is to lose as many games as possible. Yeah. He said a tune-up. I don't know what time control you're in, Blue-eyed albino, but it's more of a tune-up for me. It's early here. So CD. Yeah, he's playing this like a Bogo Indian with F5. Oh, it's a guitar thing. Dunlop. When I hear Dunlop, I think of the bicycle and the tires. And, you know, it's like an English company too, isn't it? Well, they make tennis rackets, but that may be a different company. I'm not sure. Alright, castles. And there's a scary sort of kingside attack he could attempt here. It doesn't feel like black should really have a successful kingside attack without the dark square bishop. But it is like going to be necessary to pull my knight back. He could try to do like a pawn storm, I guess, with g5, g4. We are going to take a look at the World Championship Game 12 after this game. I was busy losing the first game, and I just want to get a positive result. We need to get the knight off of e4. We need to get the knight off of e4. It has to go. Knight e1 looks kind of passive. This is a bit slow too. Try to play f3. Last game out, actually I've lost twice to Blue Albino now in a row. But last time out, Morwa beat me. This was last week, Simul. No, Blitz game, sorry. Last week, really interesting struggle, and I lost on time. Complicated position where I had sacrificed a piece. That's so you? Yeah, okay. I also don't like to finish with a loss. If I lose a tournament game, I'd rather like play a couple blitz games and win a game or two. It doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good the last game you play being a loss. Who's Percy's the next challenge? Okay. We're going to take a break to look at the World Championship in between that event. Now at this point I'm seriously considering taking back with the pawn now. Maybe I should take with the queen. I don't know. The pawn would reinforce my center, so I think it should be this seriously considered. This is a kind of crazy move. When you have less space, he's offering a take back. I don't know why he's offering a take back. It's not like knight g5 was a mouse slip. Oh, it was a mouse slip. What? It was a mouse slip. Whoa. Seriously? Queen g5? Wow. But I don't think that should be a big deal. So if I take, he takes on e3. I move my king. I guess I'm losing the d4 pawn later down the line. All my pieces are really messed up. So I don't want to go there. I'm just going to complete my development. Well, I played a perfect game. Well, it didn't come out as perfect on my analysis engine, Blue-Eyed Albino. You mean you played a perfect game against someone else? Wouldn't surprise me after that one. Are you referring to our game or another game? I'm not surprised the way you played against me. Percy Hepworth is up next. We've got this World Championship. I'm going to be glad when the World Championship's over. It's like killing my stream. We have less than 20 viewers. Alright, Marwa's using a lot of time here. Let's go. Knight takes c3, knight takes d2. He wants to try something fancy again. I think you've got to trade pieces here. I mean, you're black, you have less space. I guess he doesn't really have less space, though. I'm going to reinforce my d4 pawn, because if this pawn comes down to f4, he'll be undermining my d4 pawn now. So I think this makes the most sense. White is better. It was strong, but I didn't get your opening. I play a lot of different things. It's just a blitz game. Alright. What to do, f4 and then transition to a stonewall attack type of thing? This, I don't know. I put my pawns in the correct color for my bishop, and I have some space advantage, and I can play knight f3, knight e5, or even defending g2 against his oncoming mate threat. Queen h5 looks like a good move, so he doesn't get attacked. Gladys Troll. What are openings? I don't know, Blue-Eyed Albino. You seem very tactical to me. g5. Wow, okay. I'm scared. Basically, we're both playing the stonewall attack now. I don't know why. It feels like white should be a little bit better. I guess just because I have more time. Alright, welcome everybody. Welcome Artie Fufkin watching the game there. We've got a chair problem. Hold on. Alright, bishop c6. Man. So if I take on d5, he can play knight takes d5. Rook f3. No, I'm got a chair pillow, chair padding issue. It's not secured. I could just slip out. Another case of Morwa with, like, I feel like less space, avoiding pieces, avoiding exchanges. I'm not sure if he has a reason for avoiding exchanges of pieces, because it seems like he should actually seriously be thinking about allowing exchanges, it seems like. I don't know, it takes on g5 and play like g4. It's pretty double-edged. Feels like it gives away my control of the center a bit here. If I play CD, plays knight takes, his knight can bounce back to f6. I don't really want to help his pieces. Man. Having difficulty coming up with a plan here. Amazing tough defensive play by black. I look like I'm ill? Thank you very much. No, I slept well. I slept well, I haven't lost weight, and I don't feel ill. So that's wonderful backhanded compliment from Blue-Eyed Albino. No, I slept pretty well. I had lots of dreams, eating properly. I'm not ill. I just look ill. Politically correct. Insult the host. No, he doesn't mean to hurt my feelings, I don't think, but no, in fact I'm not ill. I do feel kind of sleepy today, but I think it's just the weather. I'm running out of ideas. What a frustrating position. Seriously. A humanity like in a rap song. I'm looking ill. No, it's like he meant it like a English is not his first language speaker. And I look sick. Alright. I don't know, Blue-Eyed Albino. Just because you beat me doesn't mean I'm not interested in chess. You're making some interesting judgments there. Oh, well, I just did this by accident. Okay. But maybe it's alright. I didn't mean to play that move. I didn't even see what his move was. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. Morwa, against all odds, is like better here. Wow. It's like a machine. Very tough. Man, he's all over me. I'm just dropping a pawn. He played like Magnus Carlsen. Morwa is over 2200 too. I mentioned Carlsen because of the stone wall, you know. He likes playing the stone wall. It just gets harder and harder to hold this together. I hope I'm not like lost here. I don't think I'm lost. Looks like a draw, actually. You know, I might have been lost there. I think this is a draw. He played fantastically well. Peter says I'm better. Oh no. I don't see how this can be a win. I mean, maybe I'm better in some theoretical sense, but 0.7 advantage for white. Like, let it analyze a little deeper. I don't think this can be. What's up, Spectacular Camel? All right. You're looking good too, Blue-Eyed Albino. No, I don't. I can't see you. All right, Percy Hepworth. Let's take a look at the Magnus game. Caruana down to 15 minutes, and Magnus with 45. I haven't seen this for a few moves. We left off around move 24. No, the move 25, I was starting the stream, and I thought that black was getting kind of active. But a5. So the thing about a5 is that once you play a5, there's no going back. Like, he can probably still get in b5 though. Bishop e8 supporting b5. Just in general, we have a choice between a5 and b5 in this type of structure. You know, b5 is going to open it up more. a5 is more of like a blockading move to try to hold the position. So I would classify a5 as more kind of defensive. I feel like black's better. I can't really express it in words. I guess it's the 3 pawns over here. 4 pawns in total on his 4th rank. But he has no pawns advanced past the 4th rank, whereas Caruana actually has the pawn on the 5th rank. So you could make an argument that white has more space to that pawn on the 5th rank. We have kings on opposite sides of the board, which increases the amount of kind of dynamics in the position. Carlsen's bishop on g6 is looking kind of bad. But then again, you know, white's bishop isn't great on e3. So I would say it's about equal. Let's see what the engine says. Computer is claiming black is better. But it also said black was better in the last king and pawn game where I agreed to a draw. I'm definitely not warmed up, Blue-Eyed Albino. I've been working a lot and doing a lot of different stuff. So maybe I'm just tired. I did sleep well last night though. I had a lot of dreams and stuff, which is unusual for me. Queen d2. This is a passive move. e4. Bishop e2. And now the center's closed, which is going to change the game, I think, a lot. Basically, Caruana with less time, 27 minutes against Magnus's 57. And he's got this very powerful passed pawn, protected passed pawn on e4. Which in many cases, like when you're playing a King's Indian, this looks more like a King's Indian to me than a Sicilian now. In the King's Indian, you know, Caruana's king would be over here on like g2 in most cases. Not always, but typically that protected passed pawn isn't always good for black. It can actually be a negative. Like, but the knight on f2 would like to go to d4. How do you get your knight to d4? Take a lot of maneuvering with knight to c3, knight to b5, knight to d4. Yeah, but the bishop looks bad. So he plays bishop e8, and he can play g6, and then his bishop won't be bad. His bishop will support b5. So the engine's move there, bishop e8, is played. King b1, prophylactic move, bishop f6. Magnus is slightly better. And then now we see this rook e1 move. This is clearly about Caruana preparing for knight d1, knight c3. Like I was saying, knight d1, knight c3, maybe knight b5, knight d4, knight e2, knight d4, all kinds of maneuvers. Opposite castles is a tough way to draw. Well, nobody was playing for a draw, and a lot of these games have been tough draws. So it's not like they're playing super boring chess. This is like the 4th or 5th Sveshnikov. But I'm concerned about Caruana having 25 minutes and, you know, 15 minutes. What does he have here? Let's get the accurate time. So 16 minutes, and Carlsen has a serious time advantage. Latest moves, queen b4, g6. You know, that was the plan with bishop e8. g6, locking up the king side, securing h5, and now rook d1. Rook d1 surprises me. I thought that knight d1 was the whole point. But I think that Fabiano may have been afraid of knight d3. This would require a lot of calculation. Knight d3, take, take. Now you have to put the rook on an awkward square. What, rook c1 or something? You know, which is scary to let this pawn sit there. And if you don't have much time, this is a variation that you may not have time to calculate. But it was a weird, indecisive sequence by Caruana. I mean, my guess is when he plays rook e1 here, he's looking for knight d1. And when he goes here, here, and now here, it's like, well, what's up, man? He was just afraid of knight to d3. He suddenly became afraid of knight to d3. So at this point, I think that Caruana is probably happy to just draw. And the question is, does Carlsen think he's better? Does he know he's better? Can he play for a win or not? Really looks like the question. You know, for a computer saying that it's plus 0.8 here, I don't really buy that. It may not be the case that Carlsen even really thinks he's better. I'm not sure. I mean, he might have some funky tactics, you know, with things like knight to b3. Maybe he could put his rooks on the a file, drop a knight on b3, and land some sort of tactics. Some kind of invasive knight move, like knight b3 or knight d3, could lead to tactics. Okay, let's go back to our challenges. So Percy Hepworth is waiting. I want it to be a draw now. It'll just be that much more of a joke. It'll be more funny if it's all 12 draws. 0.8 is not enough. You got a new book, The Secrets of Chess Training. A new old book. I have that. That's a good title. Spectacular Camel. Good title. The collection is growing. Alright, I don't know. I've been playing g3 mostly. Knight f3, d5, g3. But I decided to sort of go back to c4 a bit. Acerbate, feel free to challenge, man. Don't hesitate to challenge me. That's not true. You gotta play to get better. You can play a game of Blue-Eyed Albino as well. Don't hesitate to play stronger players. Just for your ego. Alright. So the Slav. Today I'm going to be streaming till about 2:15. I've got to go visit my mom in the hospital. She's getting rehabilitation for a fall. So I go and visit her every day. I haven't had enough time to play really warm-up games and training games and sort of blitz and stuff off stream. Simon last night was really tough. Yeah, this variation is regarded as the most solid for black, Percy Hepworth. The most solid variation. I had a game in the Hungarian Team Championship 2 years ago. Relatively quick draw. But now that Blue-Eyed Albino said that I look sick or something, I suddenly feel really tired. It's having some kind of effect on me. I'm going to go for a long walk today. But later in the afternoon, I guess I need some more exercise or something. This is a bad move. A very bad move, b6. Uncommon sense. That's unique, Acerbate. So black's supposed to play queen b6, and some people will even play bishop c8. But generally speaking, you don't want to play b6, which weakens the white squares. Though I'm not sure that I have any dramatic follow-up here. b6 just is not really, it's not at all a constructive move for black. It's what I would call a destructive move. Destructing black's pawn chain. In fact, like undermining his own pawn chain. So maybe Albino has sense. I'm definitely in the mood to play, but I might be tired for some reason. I can't. I feel like I want to play. I feel like I enjoy playing, but I might be more tired than I should be. For some reason that I don't fully comprehend. I was sleepy. I've been like yawning and stuff like that. Which is strange because I had a cup of coffee. You know, I slept well in the night. You never really can be sure. So I would expect, but I do feel more tired than I should be. Now here maybe I made a mistake. I should probably play CD. Missed the boat. My friend Sitash Gabor, he used to run a really, really cool bar in Budapest, which sadly is gone now, where a lot of people would go there and play chess sometimes. Not everybody, but it was just a good place. And he used to say, we used to play blitz, and he would say, "You missed the bus." So I missed the bus here with c takes d. If I play c takes d, and he has to play take with the c pawn. I have bishop b5 check, and this is bad. Knight e5, bishop e6. Another possibility for black is to go here. Now it's too late. Unless I have some sort of e4 tactics. There's nothing I can do. That was a huge mistake, missing CD. I'm just trying to mobilize my rook. This is basically what I'm now doing, is playing the black side of the London system. I think my problem is I didn't have enough alcohol today. In fact, 0, since it's just 12 o'clock in the morning. No, I don't know. But I do feel very strangely sleepy. Maybe it's just a suggestion. The power of suggestion. Knight d7. Alright, now we can sacrifice a piece, I think, seriously. Maybe it's not even a sacrifice, but let's do this. Just for fun. This is unsound. Unsound, indeed. But for blitz, it's at least fun. No need to apologize, Blue Eyed Albino. I just was surprised, but now that you had mentioned it, I'm starting to think about it more and realizing that I am strangely tired. Alright, knight takes d5. Queen takes d5 was my idea, but knight e7 defends that. So now I'm wondering if I'm even on the right track. I sacked a piece. I really only have 2 pawns for it. But I mean, still, it does drive him back, at least. I only have 2 pawns for a piece here. I had a crazy game with Mule Skinner, was it? In the simul recently, one of our simuls, where I sacrificed a piece. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it had to be last night. I sacked a piece on d5, and then I missed a check on g6, and I didn't have enough compensation. So I think here's kind of similar thing. Smothered mate, anyone? Well, I don't know. We have two strong pawns in the center for a piece, basically. Knight b5. Ooh. It's like a cheapo. Just your basic standard cheapo. Right. So I get this. We basically win the exchange at least. Worst case scenario, he traps my knight on a8, and then it would be like 2 pieces for a rook. 2 pieces for rook and 2 pawns in this case. I'm not sure if he had some kind of defense there. Guys, welcome to my stream, International Master William Pascal. We're understaffed here today due to the World Championship. But we're going to take a look at that, in fact. Maybe he won't ever trap my knight, because I'm just playing rook c1, actually. Yeah, I think that black is in a lot of trouble. We can salvage the knight. The other bad thing, Blue-Eyed Albino, is that it's always terrible for me to play the strongest players in the stream like first game. I'm always bad. Like, I always play worse in the first games, generally speaking. So that's a major issue. Don't expect me to do well against anybody in the first game. I'm wondering about this. To do knight a6, the knight is in a bad square. I'm notoriously bad in the first couple of games. If you're watching my stream for longer, you would know this. I have a kind of tendency to need to get warmed up. So playing you in more while, like the first 2 games, he's 22, you're 23. It's a nightmare. I need to warm up on the Asterbait, you know, maybe then work my way up. The lower rated guys first. It's a trial by fire when I have to play like strong blitz players in the first couple games. If I play matches with people, I tend to do much better after a long period of games. Like 10 or 20 games, the more I play, the better I do. But you also have to be awake tactically. I'm definitely not there. But I don't think I can be sick. I guess I could get contaminated by somebody at my mom's rehabilitation center or something. I don't really, you know, I'm basically living, like I said, Vincent Price in The Last Man on Earth. I don't really have contact with any human beings. So I can't really, like, get sick, you know, in the conventional way. Wow, this is a little bit scary. He sacked a piece back. Percy Hepworth, why are you resigning? Bishop c4? I guess I would play bishop c4. Why is he resigning? Plus, yeah, bishop c4 is the best move. Oh, he's down a rook. Okay, that's a good reason to resign. I can't even keep track of how many rooks I have. Alright, whatever. We'll accept your resignation. Let's go back to the World Championship, take a look here. Alright. So, since I left Budapest, I'm staying in this place where there's basically a lot of older people with, like, private houses and stuff like that. And you just don't see that many people outside. That's why I joke. I'm just joking that like I live in zombie land. I mean, everyone, it's like 4:30 in the evening. They're inside their house. I'm afraid the zombies are gonna come and get me if I leave. You know, stay outside after 4:30. Let's go to check out the game. What's going on? Yeah, Percy Uppers, I forgot you were down a rook too. I don't count material, you know, too much. Oh no. Draw land. Did anybody tell me already that it was draw land? Oh my god. It's draw land, and then when we left the game, basically, like g6, we were just looking at this. And this is draw land after rook d1, rook a8. Magnus is better. +1. +1 advantage according to Stockfish, and Magnus with more time. Magnus is going to blitz in rapid land. This is very clearly, to me, it's very strange, but it just appears that almost like Magnus was trying to draw the match. You know, like he was happy, that was his game plan. And to just take Caruana out. You know, I think this is a moral victory for Caruana. The fact that the match was drawn, 12 draws. A moral victory, but then again, Karyakin also drew the match against Carlsen. The fact of the matter is, this is all irrelevant now, and it's going to be a rapid and blitz playoff between Caruana and Carlsen, where Carlsen, in the faster time control, seems to have a big edge. But we will see. So that's it for Drawland for today. Shockingly, another draw. Speaking of draws, here's Mr. Nefedov now. Like myself, he's a big believer in offering draws. Alright, Pavel. Let's see what you got today. I get white. I haven't had much success with those Fianchetto Kings Indians. We get those sometimes. Let's play e4. But let's try something different. Pavel always plays the Schliemann. Panda, where are you? Panda was dropped down. Hello. I fell down. Help me. Alright, let's get started. We should pick up some more viewers now. If Carlsen maintains close in strength appearance, can get benefactors. I'm not sure I understand that comment. The secret is not to let Nefedov play f5. Once he gets in f5, he has a good game. We're not going to allow f5. So if it seems he's a sure thing, no one will want to invest. Oh, okay. I understand. Gioco pianissimo. All the rage at the top level. Black's playing d6. d6 immediately a very unusual move. Well, I mean, this is the second World Championship match in a row that's been tied 12-12, which tells you something. What's the conclusion? Nefedov playing... Do I have lag or something? Why is he... 108. It's deceptively fast. So bishop e6. Am I supposed to take on e6 in those positions like that? Okay, standard position. Nefedov has problems when he gets in time pressure, so he tries not to get into time pressure, which is a common strategy. It is the first match in a long time ever without any decisive games. Yeah, right. I mean, the Kariaka match was totally different. You know, Carlsen was on the verge of losing the World Championship. Oh no. B5. How are we going to handle this B5 business? I mean, you have to view it as a weakening of his queen side. You know what just occurred to me? I mean, maybe I should play D4? That can't be right, right? I mean, come on. D4, BC, DC, knight takes E4, queen D5. But it's possible. We did like D4, so ED4, CD4, BC4, DC5. Difficult to judge that quickly, but I wonder if this wasn't a really legitimate move. Alex CL, welcome to Drawland. I don't think the title World Championship should be decided by Rapid or Blitz. Yeah. I agree. I would never argue that. I was really expecting Nefedov to hack my knight off. I'm actually very surprised he did not do so. I mean, Pavel understands the value of bishops, no doubt, but, you know, this knight is coming to be a really powerful attacker against his king's side. He does have a tendency to drift in this Joko piano. This is not the first time. This seems to be his... It seems to be his Achilles heel. And I don't really know the Joko that well. I actually know the Spanish better. Blitz King, what's up? Thanks, guys, for joining my stream. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. So it's definitely a first. But, I mean, you know, how long have 12-game World Championships been going on? You know, it's not like there's hundreds of examples of that. Not this again. At least he's not going to play King H7. I mean, Freudian. He's not going to play G5. I'm having hallucinations now that I could play like Knight H5 check. Yeah, I don't know. Queen D2 is a bit awkward. Doesn't seem right. I need a plan. So is he intending to play G6? Well, I wouldn't go as far as say Caruana is as good as Carlsen. I mean, his achievements are not as pronounced, clearly. You could say something like he's playing as well as Carlsen now, but it has a completely different meaning. I don't think that we can go that far. But anyway, this is just a debate, you know. You're entitled to any opinion that you might have. Now he's starting to threaten like stuff like g5 for real, which is bothering me. He's getting Morphe-esque here. I mean, g5 for real. He was prepared. It's done a good job, though. White is just infinitesimally better. I had to bail on this pin in the fear of g5. I was thinking bringing my knight back and heading for d5. Wow. b4. Surprising move. Clash Kid, yeah, good. Doesn't feel like evening here. It's early. I'm still just waking up. Yeah, it's evening for you. Alright, so he's got d5. I can take. The World Championship is over the main stage. Now we go to playoff land. And it should be fun. But I agree with whoever said that the match shouldn't be decided by rapid blitz. I mean, sure. Were classic world championships in the history of chess decided by rapid and blitz, like, Botvinnik or Kasparov or Spassky or something? Like, no. No, it's strange and it's sort of wrong somehow, cheap. Of course, like I joked about this early on, that really we should just have one game, 1-0 played on that chess site that I hate. I was not born when Kasparov-Karpov matches happened, but I doubt they would have ever agreed on a draw in a complex position like today. Okay. Well, I mean, to give these guys a little bit of a break, they are tired, probably. Though they did have a rest day yesterday. I know about this decision to take with the pawn. Maybe I just upped to screwed. I should have taken with the knight. Very close game here. I mean, both players very much played as if the whole concept... It almost seemed like both players wanted this to happen. That's the feeling you get from the 12 draws. Somehow that both players were happy with the result of going to the tiebreak. But on paper, Carlsen should be the favorite, more so. The classic... Well, I mean, you could just say that Caruana had his chance, and he didn't. Drawing the match, technically... should defend his title. I mean, White has to beat him. What's going on here? Does anybody know what's going on here? Nefrov. Man, everybody's giving me a hard time today. The world champion stays world champion if you can't beat him. I mean, there is historical precedent for that. So this is almost like a free roll for Caruana, because under classical conditions, it would already be done. You know, it would be, you had your chance, you didn't beat the world champion. That's it, you know. How many times in the history of chess it was kind of like almost, you know, but no, couldn't do it. I'm gonna try to torture Nefedov here. With the draw championship over, what's this? Queen b7. We can focus on the stream. Well, because of computers, everybody can put up so much resistance and they don't blunder. I mean, I think that the general level of chess has gone up, of course, in major part due to engines. But anyway, so the philosophical question remains. I like how Nefedov, he's copying me, but I'm not sure that it works like that, you know. That you're going to be able to just walk over there like me. My space advantage has to count for something here. I don't want to just trade queens or something. My knight is restricted much like his. Yeah, this looks kind of obligatory. I guess I can play d4 at some point. Wasn't my original plan, but let's do it. This is really debatable to play d4. Yeah, Kasparov-Karpov 1 had 1,000,000 draws. And Karpov was up 5-1, and they called the match or whatever. That is weird. This game is getting stranger by the minute. I feel I've come up with some sort of tactic like that. I was just kidding, man. You don't have to like literally come up with a tactic. Look at this. With no time. Wow. All right. Total chaos. He sacked a piece for 2 pawns. Make it 3? Or is it just 2? Alright, we've got a knight. And you don't. We've got a knight and you don't. He's got a check there. Uh-oh. I've got to be careful. Somebody hung a queen? I hope not. Nefedov is really outdoing himself today. He's totally outdoing himself. That was a struggle. That was a really tough game. Am I winning here? After this queen exchange, take, king e6, knight c3, king e5. Should be like Zuzwang. Tough game, Nefedov. Now, who is X before? We played them before, but I'm going to play subscribers first. So, Artie Fufkin is up next. Mostly just subscribers today because of the Magnus thing. So, we got up to 33 viewers now with the draw championship over. I'm going to be streaming for another 45 minutes, guys. Pavel, good fight. Very good fight. That was hard, man. Everybody's giving me a hard time today. Let's try e6. Infinite Flash Chess, welcome. Infinite Flash Chess, the absurd. Today's game was a bit absurd, like agreeing to a draw at the end, you mean? Alex CL, of course you can challenge. A fairly sharp position at the end. Is that why it's absurd? Loopy Pie Loopy subscribed. Yeah. I don't know. Who offered to draw? Magnus offered to draw, right? It does seem a little strange. But he's so confident in his... He's basically so confident in his rapid blitz or whatever, you know, that he's like, I guess it's just like, this was his game plan all along. You know, he doesn't care what you think or people think. He just wants to win the match, and he's going to do it with tiebreak. It was his game plan. It doesn't seem like there's ever been a question about this, that his whole game plan was to literally... I mean, I had the feeling when he was playing, like, the English opening and those, like... It didn't seem like his preparation was that deep, too. He's basically been planning on this kind of all the way, it feels like. I'm not saying I agree with it, but it just feels like this was his... You know, he had envisioned this scenario since the very beginning. So it's kind of like, why? Who cares that he's slightly better in the final position of Game 12? He just wants to execute his plan of winning by tiebreak. Yeah, but if you look at Fabiano's results, Dim, I mean, he's had a lot of bad results sometimes. blitz and rapid. Those. Maybe he just didn't try that hard, though, you know? I mean, that's the thing. Who knows, like, why Caruana's blitz rapid results aren't quite on the level of the other guys around his own rating? I mean, maybe the fact of the matter is, and we'll see that soon, maybe the fact of the matter is that he just wasn't that motivated. It's not like a long game or something. Maybe we'll see a totally different perspective. This is the world championship hanging on the line, you know? Maybe Fabiano will really show his class. It's just not just another blitz tournament or not just another rapid tournament. The rapid in particular, I mean, is going to be absolutely critical. But I can tell you from experience, these are different things. They're different animals, playing blitz and slow chess. And Fabiano is not going to be as confident in that format, you know. It's just a fact of life. This is a strange move by White. You know, the double pawns here, you know, if anything, I would think, you know, bishop a3, if you want to go that direction. The shorter time is exciting for the public. Well, that's the argument. And I think that's one of the reasons why there's a 12-game match. The public attention span couldn't handle 24. But maybe the truth is that it's just to save money for the shadow organization, World Chess. It's a good thing I have this goatee. I have something to do while I'm waiting, thinking about my moves. We'll just play this as like a classical, absolutely classical Nimzovich setup for black. Hyper modern chess. Artie's bishop on b2, serious issue. Now, another approach for black would be to play like c5, but I don't think I need to do that. I don't want to give him this square for his knight. That would be a big monster square. You really wish the tournament to be decided in bullet match series. There isn't a provision for that, I hope. I'm really, seriously, I hope that's not a thing. This might be a mistake, my last move. But White's move is very committal to play f5 there. Yeah, I agree with Clash Kid, joking about that earlier, you know, in previous streams. Just totally random. Okay. Already suddenly, after a very bad opening, he's playing very well. Probably missed the boat there. Should have tried bishop g4 with a pretty reasonable game. So what's the Armageddon? Does anybody know? The time control for the Armageddon Blitz or whatever? 3 plus 2. I don't think I've ever played in a FIDE Blitz tournament. Strangely. I mean, the Blitz ratings haven't existed. Like, FIDE Blitz ratings haven't existed that long, really. But I don't think I've ever literally played in one of the FIDE Blitz tournaments yet. Do I want to sack the exchange here? I'd really rather increase the pressure somehow. 5 minutes versus 4 minutes with 2-second increment after move 60. What? Player with white given 5, player with black, reduced amount of time, usually 4 minutes, right? Take the bishop was okay, but I'm thinking about my game with Blue-Eyed Albino yesterday where I sacked the exchange in the simul and I lost, you know? I'm like, well, now I'm going to like not do speculative exchange sacrifices after that. The fact of the matter is this move may be stronger. We can do an improved exchange sacrifice. But I also have direct threats. Direct threats of e4, perhaps. And then I can do an exchange sacrifice anytime I want. Maybe bishop c8 will further mobilize. Streamers have advantage during these times, World Championship, in that as a non-localized venue, the potential for viewers is maximized. Okay, now he's going to force me to do this. Force me to do this. Exchange sacrifice. And we will get like at least 2 pawns for the exchange. But that's how I lost to our hero, Blue-Eyed Albino, yesterday in the simul. This pawn is weak, this pawn is weak, this pawn is weak. And if they fall, then this pawn will be weak. He just managed to defend some of them. But if this falls, then this is weak. This is better than my game yesterday. Someone suggested e4, but I think it's like lower maintenance not to do that. So he's trying to play f4. But I also have knight to d3. JCS, good to have you in the house here. The proverbial house. What's the best move? Lots of pawns. Oh, he finally found it. But I have bishop c4. Is this even a good move? That was a stupid move. I missed rook h3. Oh my god. Like, this is probably good. Maybe not. He's breaking through here at e5. I am winning this, right? I have knight d3. Alright. I'm getting hungry, guys. It's almost lunchtime. So 30 minutes left. 30 minutes left. x6-2. We have played before. The last game was last week. Well, that was the crazy tough defender guy. Oh my gosh. Crazy tough defender guy. 6+3. But he's not a subscriber, right? Does anybody know this account, 6x6239? Do I ask that every week? He is not a subscriber to the stream. Takeback didn't get his challenge in on time. Man, I'm like starving. I wasn't hungry when the stream started, but now I'm like... He's 1900 in bullet. Okay, 1800 blitz. I don't recall what the opening was of last time. Some kind of weird double feeding Keto King's Indian, right? H6 and G5 or something weird. Was that what it was? Yeah, this is probably something along these lines. So it starts out as an Owen defense. Asterbate, pay attention. T dark, knight d3. Yeah, that was the threat. That's why he resigned. Okay, I'm gonna go for it here. This is a little bit over the top, but it's Panda inspired. Panda are, of course, mascot from Budapest. We love to play H4. That's why we have the H4 Panda emote. Just to show you guys, if you do subscribe, you get these cool emotes. But the one I like the best, of course, is the Panda H4 emote. So this is a threat. A distinct threat of knight b4 and knight d4. If you subscribe to tier 2 or tier 3, you get 2 or 3 emotes. And guys, thanks for supporting the stream. We had 200 bits from Dim today. Burl Dixon with 100, Asterbate with 2. The simul's end with American start time. They are exactly 2.5 hours, Clash Kid. So 7 p.m. would be 1 a.m. your time. T-Dark, I don't know what this opening is called. It's black playing a strange setup. Is bishop g5 a good move? Or should I just abstain from that? It started out as the Owen defense, but now it's out of control, as Dim said. I played h4, but he played the first weird move, knight e7. He's guilty. Looks like I'm gonna have to play g3 eventually. Oh my god. That reminds me of the time when I hung a piece in 6 moves. Nem százalék ma. That's Hungarian. No, unfortunately for black it's not 01. But I'm not 100% today. Pronouncing my defeat a little too early. White still has a large spatial advantage. He missed knight f4. I would have to play queen f1. He gets my valuable white squared bishop, and he has compensation for the spatial disadvantage. It was just a ridiculous oversight on my part. I mean, it would have been absolutely great for him under the circumstances to grab that bishop. It's a very, very unorthodox opening system that black is playing here. Now, I didn't have to castle, but I felt that my king was safe enough on g1. b6, bishop g7, c6, and knight on c7. I don't know about that, Clash Kid. I mean, the normal Owen defense is this classical kind of thing. If I play b4, he sacks a pawn to open a long diagonal. So we're going to try to kill him cleanly here. Classical style. King's Indian. He's playing a... Actually, I'm playing the King's Indian, in a sense, when my bishop is on d3 instead of on g2. Magnus did not take risk. Opted to draw when he had an advantageous position. Yes. Now black is in serious trouble. Strategically lost. Yeah, as I talked about earlier, I like that Pokemon emote there, JCS, and I like the Asturbates. I love the poke squid, but it just feels like Magnus's game plan was like mission accomplished. Just basically reach the so-called tiebreak and just own Caruana in his faster time control zone. Now I think that black is going to get pretty much close to checkmated. I can't imagine this is okay for black. Still not that easy. I don't want to be taking his knight with my bishop on g6. There are other ways to deal with the situation. Nice move. Wow. Now I have to play this. Really inspired defense by black. Last time played crazy defense against me. I'll get this now. I get why not bishop c2. Like you did it the other way. Some would be like, why not bishop b1? Because I felt the bishop would be more exposed on c2. It would get hit, you know, by something along the c file. You can't make everybody happy. Either way I did it, somebody would be like, why not that way? Is there a Snortax emote? Wait, what's he threatening now? Some sort of weird tricks? Knight d3 or something? No, I cannot trade my white square bishop here. That would be bad. I'd run out of attacks. I mean, I would not have enough pressure without that piece. You're gonna sack a piece here now? Wow. See, this is the guy comes up with these crazy defenses. Just when you think he's like dead in the water. He did the same last game. His like amazing defense that he comes up with like seconds left is incredible. Like master level defensive player out of the blue. I don't know about this move though. Looks like he's finally had it. I mean, I don't think he can survive this, can he? I'm not misevaluating this. I guess I should just take on D1. Now it's mate, right? Did I have that before? Last time he put up a really nice defensive effort. Alright guys, at least one more game. Take back challenge me 5+3. This might be the last one for today if it's a long one. If it's not a long one, we can play one more 5+3. Clash Kid, unfortunately, I have no more bits to spend this month. Spend all my pocket money on the lottery drawing. Gambler. It's alright. There's a new month coming, and I think there was like a special though. Like, there was a discount on bits. You should check it out. I don't know how long that will be in effect though. It was like for Black Friday. Alright. Let's get started. Yeah, my wife keeps telling me I should buy lotto tickets. I just don't feel lucky. I played poker full time, but I never considered poker really gambling. It's a game of skill. It's a different thing. Alright, bishop g2. Take back playing a weird game here. Kind of strange old Indian where he essentially gives up the strong point on e5 on d4. Pokermon. But unfortunately I have no money, so you need money to play poker. I don't recommend playing online, but if you could play live, it's probably a good idea if you're any good. Alright, now knight takes d6. We're getting a pawn here. What is he up to? Some sort of trap? Trappica. Let's just not, just not. I'm just gonna focus on this pawn, and I'm not gonna be materialistic. Development, and just keep the pressure on. No wife, no money. No money, no wife. I always tell the story about this Portuguese poker pro who I used to play a lot online, sometimes in tournaments. And he had the handle like bags and shoes. I thought that was really appropriate. You could tell like where all of his money went. Alright, now, the mother of all sacrifices. The mother of all pseudo-sacrifices. Sometimes it's better not to win a pawn, You get to do aesthetic things like this. Funny, we could have simultaneous events featuring the I am Toth style of play where opponents yell in the arena, "I'll choose you," and say favorite engine. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Asterbate, I'm missing what you're talking about. This is a concept that's not really treated that well in chess literature, but just basic, the concept of coordination. Like, I'd rather have this than be a pawn up. It's like more of a sure thing. At the end of the day, all I did was like win a pawn a different way. It's kind of funny. Different ways of winning pawns. But now I'm up a pawn with interest because he has the bad backward pawn. The b7 is attacked. First game I lost today against Albino, but as I said many times, I really seriously mean this. I play better as I have more time to kind of get warmed up. Alright, now somebody is sacrificing another nugget here. Oh, he's going to go for the 2 rooks for the queen. Oh no, I didn't even consider it. Oh my god. What's going on here? I should have taken with the pawn. I'm an idiot. I'm up a pawn and I have 2 rooks for a queen. Kind of a technical ending because I don't have a lot of cover. This could be our last game for today. Dim donated 400 bits, Merle Dixon 100, Azerbate 4. Alright, oh no. I'm up 2 pawns. Wait. So we're gonna have to try to grind him in this ending. We're gonna have to beat him in this rook ending, a pawn up. Why did I take with the bishop? I think it's a bad bishop. It protects an important pawn. Bad bishops protect good pawns. Now I'm going to lose that pawn, and I'm going to be 1 pawn up in a borderline rook endgame. There's rook e8 check, but I don't think that really helps. Okay, rook e7, rook d2, a4. And if rook check king up, we're fine. Tempus fugit. How do you say that in Greek? Maybe there was tactics with rook e8. Well, I was thinking doing the rook e8 before, and then going to the other rook endgame, a pawn up, with his rook on e8 and my rook on d5. This is a very tough ending for both sides. It's unclear if it's, you can't classify this, I guess, as like a win or a draw. I mean, maybe someone can try. That seems almost impossible to me. It's just too complex. We've got our extra pawn and our extra time. We'll try to use those factors. Better king. Really better king. Is my king getting out of control? We got some serious king now. King Kong. But there's still a lot of work to be done if I want to win this position. We have to create a passed pawn. Passed pawn to... Got to get our majority moving. The queen side doesn't matter so much. It's the 3-on-2 on the king side. Creation of passed pawn. I mean, yeah. What else? This might even be a useful square for me on f5. Kronos Pernay. Kronos, the god of time. That's why they make that clock called Kronos. The digital chess clock. Go, 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 go. Let's go. This is probably a win at this point. Last game for today, guys. I'm going to be out of here. Yeah, not a lot of Greek readers in the house. How do I want to do this? With a rook? Oh. It's not the move I expected. Alright. I mean, he has these two weaknesses. They should be accessible in some way. Now, I could take with a rook here. Actually. Hmm. Can I go the other way? Wait, can I come back? Did I make a stupid move there? No. I have to decoy him. Further. King e4, king takes, king here. That's too slow. So I just have to go. Alright, man. Tough rook in game. I mean, even at the end, honestly, if we take a look briefly, maybe there was still hope to hang on. Not the end, but like around here. This is a really interesting position. So b6. The engine wants me to play rook c6, but I think there's a very strong chance that the computer can't really see the writing on the wall with the bishop and rook pawn against king. You know, this is a draw if I have just bishop and rook pawn against king and no other pawns on the board. So what might be the best move to the computer isn't necessarily the best move. Too many pieces for the table base, but the engine's claiming this is a dead draw. It's probably right. It's looking like I have to take with a rook, but I thought this was a draw. I didn't see how I can win this position, but maybe there's a way to do it. I don't know. It looks like very good drawing chances, so I think take back could hold on there if you have more time. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me for my stream. We're going to be back tomorrow night with a rapid tournament, 7+2. I believe it's rapid 7+2 arena, viewer arena here on lichess. It's 4:30 Eastern time. Thanks everybody for joining me. Congratulations to the world champion and the challenger for 12 draws in a row. You set an all-time record. Right, JCS, very fundamental stuff. Although even then, I don't know that I'm winning, you know. And the risk was the distribution of the pawns, because my pawns are split up. That again, if I can reach F and H against nothing, I might still be just a draw. Chess is a draw. So goodbye, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Thanks everything. Thanks for everything, everybody, and thanks to JCS for being our moderator today. I will see you guys later. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. And if somebody's interested really seriously in taking lessons, you can send an email to me, videochesstrainer@gmail.com. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.